Oh, let's see. I'm just testing. I'm using a new software to do the live stream. So I'm just testing the audio here. It's a little bit delayed. I just have to listen to the audio. Oh, come on. It's weird watching myself. Oh, this is pretty nice. Let's see. Just testing. I'm using. Okay. Awesome. This is really nice. Let's see. I downloaded. Oh, comments and reactions. Let's see. Sorry, I just have to test this stuff. Does this need to be this big? Yeah, for some reason it does. I'm having this other stuff on my iPad, but I think it's okay. Okay, hello, good morning. Yeah, as I mentioned, I'm testing like a new software for doing the streaming. It's called Ecamm Live, and it's actually pretty awesome. And I just tested the audio as well. I think maybe I can turn it a little bit down. It seems to be really good. Yeah, so let's try this for a session. Okay, cool. So yesterday we basically tried a new version of Stitches. I noticed a bug at the end where we had like a shadow here. It wasn't overriding correctly, and that was actually it was a bug in Stitches. I did like it does composition. Let's see. So we have this floating button. And then we have, let's see, components. We have this back button, which composes floating button. So that means that this is the primary styling, and then it should override whatever comes after it, like box shadow none. But I did the composition in the opposite order. So it actually prioritized floating button styling over this styling, which is just pretty impressive that I managed to do that. Okay, so I fixed that and updated the version so we don't have to fiddle around with that. Yes, I also got a question about stitches and doing doing fallback props, and it's kind of funny. So the example was related to, for example, in Firefox you don't have overflow Y overlay. It doesn't support that, so you have to use scroll as a fallback. But there's no way for you to define two overflow Ys here, like you can do when you define your CSS with, like in just pure CSS, like a string. And it's kind of interesting. I never actually seen anyone do this, which just points to my experience doing CSS. And the question is, and I also looked at other CSS and JS libraries, how do they do fallback props? And I can't see them having like, I found a couple of questions around it, but there's no like, it doesn't seem to be something that's used that much, which again points to like who does the styling, and it's typically developers who does everything else as well, and they just don't know about it. Like there's so like doing CSS is like something you can do like only do CSS, and then you can become like an expert who knows everything about CSS. So it's kind of like it's this thing being a front-end developer. If you you can't be good at all. You can't be good at HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, like be an expert. You have to kind of focus on something. So you can, it's like having these 3 bars, and when one of them goes up, one of the others go down. And for me, it's been like very focused on the JavaScript part. And CSS and HTML has taken a beating related to that, which means that I'm not like really a front-end developer. I'm not good at creating user experiences. Yeah, I never really thought about that. Because it's really, really difficult. You have to know a lot of stuff. Anyways, so what I thought, like as a suggestion here, is that what we're able to do in Stitches, because Stitches knows what vendor prefixes are in the browser that Stitches is running in. So you could do like moz overflow y, and then do scroll here, and then you would have overlay here. What's nice about this is that we're actually expressing which browser has an issue here. Yeah, and this isn't, yeah, overlay isn't typed even. This seems to be pretty new, overlay. I couldn't find it in the documentation on Mozilla Developer Network either. But anyways, it seems to be a thing. The point is that in this case, we are targeting which browser doesn't actually support overflow Y. We need a specific property for that one. And that means that Stitches under the hood can check, okay, is there actually a vendor prefixed overflow Y? And if there is one, then we're going to use that vendor prefix. If it's not, we're going to use it as a fallback. So it adds like overflow Y. Which is kind of interesting, because then you also get this if you are using a vendor prefix property and suddenly the browser stops using that vendor prefix, then that same logic would also handle that, which is interesting. Anyways, not decided on anything. It's just, it was a comment and it's something that's new to me, so I thought I would bring it up. Anyways, I think we're going to continue working on our app today. And so I have, let's see. So this is like the app, if you have seen it. And what we're working on now is when let's see if I can see, there. When I tap that, we actually open the page we're on now. So what we're going to add is this day picker and also the calendar. We need a calendar there. But I can't really remember where we were at here. Yeah, we were inserting this stuff. Let's see if we have the dev tools here. React app. Yeah, here we are. You can see I'm changing the description of the backlog item. So that's kind of hooked up now. Yeah, I remember now. And then we went to like we ran the add backlog item action to see if it was actually added. But cool. So we basically have that. And yeah, I don't know about the styling here. We can maybe do that a little bit later. Maybe we should have like a, can we do like a width 100% there? Oh, that was a little bit big. Maybe we should have some padding around this content. Yeah, I think that would be nice. Maybe we should try that. So we can try that now. Content. We're going to have some padding. I don't remember the what were the values? Was it, did we have 3 there? Let's see. One thing I'm noticing with this new streaming software is that my Mac is working a bit more. I don't know if it actually affects the stream. We'll figure that out. Let's see. Oh, that was a lot. What actually do we have there? 3 RAM. Yeah, I guess that's what we want. Maybe we should just change that to 2. Oh. Why is it? Maybe we should have the object inspector here. Yeah, so we're having space 2, but why is the content? Oh, of course the content is also, we need to stretch it. And I think we have So we have screen container, which is like a flex thingy. Can we say flex 1 here? Yeah, we can. Awesome. Yeah, there we go. So we need a much higher padding here, I guess. Oh, this is, as I said, I'm not like very skilled in CSS and creating a good design. But let's, maybe we should rather have like a set width on this thing. Because it's kind of when you're on your desktop, we have this, didn't we set like a max? Oh, we didn't set a max width for this stuff. Oh, maybe that's because we forgot about it. So we should have like a max width of, what did we say? Like 700 pixels or something? Shouldn't that? Oh, god damn it. I thought that would. Oh my god. Oh yeah, we have to center this thing. So we have, this is the screen container. And then we have the root. Is there some way I can center this without? I thought with margin left auto and margin right auto, it would actually center itself. Oh, is it because it's absolute? Why did we put it as absolute? Yeah, there we go. It's absolute because we wanted. Yeah, I can't remember why we set it as absolute actually. But anyways, now it's max width 700 pixels, which might still be like too much, but let's try that, see how it works. And let's add some more. So we have space 5. Good morning, Ruben. Let's go a bit higher here, rem, and let's say 8. Something like that. And we'll bump our tokens here. So this is kind of annoying. Like, yeah, because, well, no, I guess it's okay. Yeah, it shows me the tokens first, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, because this is what I'm wondering. Like, you would want the tokens to be first. I wasn't sure about this related to stitches. Like, do you want, when you use the tokens, should we only type the tokens and still allow like the underlying values, but they're not explicitly typed? So whenever the IntelliSense pops up, it only shows you the tokens. Yeah, so I'm not quite sure about that. Because what's kind of confusing is if you have like you have no idea what to compute there, you open the IntelliSense, and then like maybe one of your tokens is like way down here, which is a little bit weird. Yeah, because we did have like, yeah, we even have up to 8 there. Oh, this was height, sorry. This is that's where I was supposed to do it. Okay, but now if you have like a really small screen, it gets a little bit too small maybe. Okay, let's just try something like that. So it's rather big on a big screen. Maybe we can make it 600. It doesn't need to be that wide. It's supposed to be run on a mobile phone. So I guess like what's the, yeah, let's just try this and see how it looks. I don't want to spend too much time on this. I guess we have to test it anyways. Okay, cool. So we have our text area. Maybe we can create this week picker thingy. And I thought it would be just like a UI component, so it's pure. It just receives some props to enable like the different days as you tap them, and when you tap them, it triggers an on change which allows you to pass in a new array of selected days. Yes, so let's create this component now. What's it called? What's it called? Weekday Picker? That's a good name. And we need React here, from React. Weekday Picker. And it's React. Now we need some props here. Yeah, so the question is, how do we describe the weekdays? And how do we express if they're selected or not? So we can at least have something called weekdays, and it should, of course, be like an array. But they're not necessarily enabled. So for example, one thing is you actually activate one of them, but they can also be disabled. So for example, today it's Tuesday, so you can't tap on Monday. And the question is then, should this weekday picker know about the dates and which day it is and do that work itself? Or should this be based on the data structure that you pass in here? So for example, you could say, okay, so you have all the weekdays here, and then you would say like disabled, true or false, and enabled. Like this is weird because it's disabled, but like active. But you can't have it active if it's disabled. So this is a really weird data structure. How should we, how should we express this? And I can't even decide if this weekday picker should actually know about the week and automatically just disable. Maybe it should, because the name is weekday picker, so it knows it's about weekdays, and it makes sense that it understands what day it is, if it should be enabled or disabled. So we'll go with that. It's like it knows, it's not like perfectly pure in that sense, because it starts looking at the date in the browser, but still I think that's okay. I think that, do I think that's okay? Let's try it first at least and see how it feels. And that means if the weekday picker knows which of the days should be enabled or not, or disabled or not, it means that we only have to pass in which days are active, like has been actually tapped, which means you can have like an array of true, false, or maybe it makes more maybe it makes more sense to pass in like an index. So for example, active weekdays, and then you would say, okay, the first index, which is Monday, will now be active, and Wednesday will be active, and so on. Yeah, that makes the most sense, I think. And then on change, we pass the index. So on change, weekday index, that's a number. And that will allow you to check, does this index exist in the current array? And if it does, we remove it, which makes it update. And yeah, this is a good way to go, I think. Okay, so we have our props here, which is active weekdays and on change. And we're also going to do some styling here. And we are going to return, yeah, we also have an avatar here. So now that's a question. Should this avatar be part of the weekday picker? I don't think it should, because this is the thing about React. It highly encourages composition. And if you start putting too much stuff, so for example, this is a good example. If I were to put the avatar in here, I would have to add yet another prop. And that's discouraged. It should rather be like as few props as possible for each component, and then you rather compose them together. So we'll follow that. But what we need is, we need to grab the days. I'm not sure if we're going to do this in 10 minutes, but let's try. So we need an array of days, and I think, what does the browser know? New date. We have get day, but that's, yes, so that's, yeah, so this is the funny thing about dates and time and stuff. It's like hell to work with. So in the browser, it indexes days from Sunday. So Sunday is 0, and then Monday is 1, Tuesday is 2. But we are not going to display it like that. I have no idea where did that come from, that like the week starts on Sunday. For me, that doesn't make any sense at all. But yeah, that's the way it is. So what we're going to do is yeah, oh, this is so quirky, because then if we base our days on Monday being index 0, then we have to create this. Like, it's no problem to create it. I just want it to look nice and make sense. But now we have to kind of like, if we want to know which day it is, we have to add 1 to the index. But then if you choose Sunday, it means that we have to convert that into a 0. So if the index is like 6, I guess. Yeah. So if the index is 6, it means that you have chosen Sunday, but that means that it's day 0 in the browser, which is just a good way to handle this. Yeah, so what we can do here, we can create a map. So we can map the days in the browser to the days in the date picker. So what I mean is that we have days, and what we're going to do is to say, okay, so 0 in the browser, which is Sunday, will be 6 in our array. And then we have 1, which is Monday, will be 0, 2 will be 1, 3 will be 2, 4 will be let's see, Sunday first, day index mapping, and then 4 will be 3, 5 will be 4, and 6 will be 0. So what this means is that when we get, like, we check which day it is to figure out where are we going to start to disable the buttons, and then we can do like yeah, or should we do it the opposite way? Should we rather, yeah, maybe it should be the opposite way. Yeah, I think it should be opposite. So sorry. So 0 for us is 1 in the browser, 1 for us is 2 in the browser, 2 for us is 3 in the browser, 3 for us is 4 in the browser, 4 for us is 5 in the browser, 5 for us is 6 in the browser, 6 for us is 0 in the browser. Yeah, that makes more. Day index mapping. Okay, so when we render this, we check what day it is. Let's current day is there a way to do like get a day without doing new date? I guess not. New date, get day. And I don't know if this starts breaking in some other country, like for some reason, some browsers in some languages has a different day index. I can't imagine, but I wouldn't be surprised. But I'm not going to take that into account. So now we have the current day, which allows us to figure out Yeah, maybe we should have it the other way around. No, I think this works. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the keys. So we have days, object, keys, day index mapping. That gives us the days. So we can iterate those to produce each day. And then we can check the index. Is the current day index more or equal to the value of the day, which means that it should be enabled. Yes, that's nice. But we also need to have the text here. So maybe we should be even more explicit here. Oh yeah, so now, yeah, okay, this is nice. So we can change this into an array. Like, sorry to spend so much time on this, but it's, for me, this is like super important. This is what it's about writing code. I could just go ahead and implement something here. And a few years ago, I would just do that. But now I'm like getting, doing more and more programming. I spend so much time on these tiny details, because if it doesn't make, like if someone else is going to read this code and make changes to it, it's really, really important that it makes sense. And sometimes the way it makes sense just instantly pops up in my head. Other times I spend a lot of time thinking about it, like with these tiny details. But it doesn't matter to me. If I spend 1 hour on this, it doesn't matter, because I know how important it is. And that's the difficult thing, is like when you are quick about something and you hack something together, you have no idea. So you might get like kudos from your manager and saying, wow, you did this really fast, but you have no idea the cost of that later. First of all, it might cause some bugs, but worse than that is if someone else is going to touch that code later, they will spend a lot of time trying to figure it out, and they might even not be able to touch it. Like, they don't dare to touch the code because they don't understand how it works. And either two things happen: it never changes the feature, or they will actually build it up from scratch. So the time lost, not like the initial investment, is really, really important. But you never get the answer. You never get the answer if that 1 hour like creating this is worth it. You never, there's no way to know that, but it's a principle. And for me, that, for my experience, that principle is really important. Like, I worked on a feature on Code Sandbox now. We improved the GitHub flow, or we're trying to improve the GitHub flow. And that is some insanely complex code, because we're creating this custom flow in the browser. We have created like the ability to sync up and handle conflicts and everything. And when I wrote that code, I think I rewrote that code like 5 times or something. And then I had vacation for 3 weeks. I got back into it. And because I had spent so much time refactoring variables, naming things, making it consistent, it was quite easy for me to get back into that code and change around some stuff we did wrong. But if I had just tried to make it work, it would be hell to get back into that code. Okay, I'm over explaining. Let's see. So what I'm thinking is, like, we have the indexes already. So we just need an array where we can say, so we can be very explicit here. We can say browser day index, for example. And then we can say label, and this should be Mo for Monday. And then we can do like the same we did further down there. So this is 2, it's Tuesday, it's 3, Wednesday, it's 4, this is Thursday, and this is Friday, and this is blah Saturday, and this is Sunday. Okay, so what I talked about now with the indexes was really unclear, even in my head when I tried to explain it. But now it's super, super explicit. We have like, we can even say days now. So we have the days, we can even say weekdays. And now we have like, what's the browser day index? And we have the label. So I think it's super, super explicit now. And we don't need to do object keys. We can just use weekdays. And now we can return this. We can map over it. And we are going to create some buttons here. So maybe we can, what did our, yeah, we're not going to create a floating button. So let's just weekday button equals style.button. Let's just do something very simple. So we can say button here. And then we have weekday. And then we can say, oops. Oh, sorry, weekday button. And we should be able to say weekday label and weekday button. And then we can say it should be disabled if the weekday browser day index is less than the current day. Yes. Current day index. Okay, so this makes sense. We have an array of weekday buttons. We're giving it a label. It's disabled if the browser day index is less than the current day index. Browser might be a little bit too explicit here, but let's keep it for now. And then when we click this button, we are going to fire a callback, which is on change, and we're going to give it the week. Yeah, we're just going to give it the index. 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 And I guess we need a key here as well. Can be the index. Cool. Yes. I guess that's it for now. Yeah, and then we have active weekdays. So then we can like change the styling here. Or we can, oh, this is nice. We can have like a variant. So let's do that now. So let's do like a border. This is nice. Thin. I never used these ones. It's going to be solid. And we have, yeah, let's just try. Did I have primer here? I don't remember. What did we use? Did we have, oh, we have main. Okay. Yeah, I think I need to change so that it doesn't show all the other. So when you have a token, it only shows the typing for the token, but you can still like, it doesn't give you errors if you choose other stuff. Yeah. Anyways, so we have that that thing. Why is this? It's missing the following properties. Yeah, no idea what that is. Why is it complaining? Is it because I'm not using the... Okay, anyways, let's create the variant. Let's just call it variant. And it's going to be active. And when it's active, we are going to give it a background color of main. Let's try that first. Why the hell is this complaining? Missing the following properties? Oh, is it? Oh man, is it because because this is like a polymorphic component that doesn't? Oh, this is interesting. So if I were to do this seems to be a typing error in stitches. Yeah, god damn it. Okay, I'll have to fix that, but let's try, let's just try our weekday picker here. So let's import weekday picker from UI components, weekday picker. Then let's just shove it right in here. Oh, so I did something wrong. I'm not allowed to use Sunday for some reason. Okay, let's fix that. Oh, sorry. So if, wait, if index, hell, how is this going to work? This is mind-bending. So Sunday is disabled because that's 0. So it means that if weekday, oh yeah, this doesn't work. God damn it, I'm thinking about this the wrong way. I thought this was supposed, oh my god. How are we going to make this so that browser day, I thought we could, wait a minute, like 0. Or is it supposed to be the index? But why do I need a browser day index then? Do I actually need a browser day index? Maybe I don't even need it. Current day index. Oh. No, because then when I'm on Sunday, yeah, god damn it. My brain doesn't work. I can't see what I'm doing wrong here. How I'm thinking about this the wrong way. Oh, god damn it. Why am I thinking wrong? So I have the current day, which you know, I have to procrastinate on this. I have no idea how to make this like super straightforward. It seems I don't want to have an if rule that says if the index is this, then do this. Because it's just, it doesn't feel right. Like it should be a mapping. But this mapping isn't working. This is so annoying. Okay, let's spend a couple of more minutes and see if my brain loosens up. So we have our weekdays, that makes sense. And then we have our mapping. Which also makes sense. And then we're checking the day if it should be. We can't check the browser day index. Do we really have to? No, I'm not thinking about it. Is there no other way of doing this? Do we actually have to explicitly say if the day is 0, then consider it like 6? No, my brain is completely stuck. I have no idea why I can't just fix this. Maybe I'm being just too stubborn about this. I'll procrastinate a little bit, and if you have any suggestions on how to like do a mapping of this, please give it. I thought we should hook this up to a repo as soon as possible as well, so people can actually contribute with stuff we're working on. So we can like look at PRs and stuff like that. That will be fun. But yeah, this is also what often happens to me is like it depends heavily on how I feel that day. And if I weren't streaming, I would like 5 minutes ago, I would go away and I would go down, grab a glass of water, do something else. Because when I consciously think about stuff like this, I rarely get to the solution. I have to do something else and let some other part of my brain figure this out. And it seems like such a simple thing. And it is if you brute force it. But if you like really want to make it nice, it doesn't seem as simple as it looks, as most coding is like, really. Anyways, thanks for following along. At least we're starting to build the app again, but this is going to take some time. That's for sure. But yeah, I guess that's it. I will work more on this tomorrow, and I'll have some idea, some suggestion on how we'll solve this. And then we need to find like a calendar component that we can use. So let's maybe just finish this off by making our, yeah, and I'll fix the typing issue. Our content should have like a flex direction of column. No, is this, oh, content display flex. Is this right? God damn it. Shouldn't that work? Flex direction column, god damn it. Why isn't this working? Oh, didn't I put it inside? Oh, my bad, my bad. So it was actually correct, I think. Yeah, sorry, my bad. Anyways, see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Where do I turn off this thing? Can I click here? Finish there. End broadcast.